So I think to finish up on Test cricket, we've been getting stuck into Tim Payne as captain, but what about Justin Langer as coach? Because there's a bit of talk coming out, a bit of leaks in the media about players not happy with his style. It's very intense, very strict, very management style, micromanaging kind of style that he's got. Not a huge great. He did out Labuschagne during the week because this whole toasty gate. Labuschagne was trying to take a cheese toasty out on the pitch.
I think he
No, Langer pulled him up on the line and said, "No, you can't do that."
He was fielding in the outfield. He was hungry.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, it was straight after the lunch break. He was going out after the lunch break and trying to take a toasty with him.
Yeah.
And Justin's like, "Hey, mate, we're trying to win a fucking test here.
We just had 40 minutes to eat. You should be fed." That was JL's approach.
Yeah.
I can sort of see eyes to eyes.
Yeah, he's just like
you're a professional cricketer.
Exactly. You don't want to be on TV like on Channel 7, munch down on a fucking toasty just as you come back out.
Weird bloke, man.
Little,
I think it'd be great as captain.
Tomato.
It's such.
What do you guys think of Justin and his kind of coaching career for Australia, considering the whole sandpaper gate? Was that a year in for him?
No, it was Darren Lehman. That's what led to him.
Yeah, so Lehman. So
he was the He was
the Tim Payne of coaching.
Yeah.
And I think it was, we need this, strict iron fist micromanaging type now. Clearly there's all these loose ends. But I think it's hard because we think of Justin Langer with Matthew Hayden as growing up and he was just great. He was a part of this, like that team. Like you go Langer, Hayden, Ponting, Martin, Hussey, Clark, Simon, something there, Gilchrist bowlers. That's my childhood. I've literally got a poster in my room still. Girlfriend's very unhappy with.
That team just dominating.
So I still think of Justin Langer being that, gritty left-hander and he's the coach. John Buchanan, who was the coach during that time, no one really knows. The coach of the cricket team shouldn't really be the person talking to the media. I think we bring in Buff Lehman, who again, he was a very good cricket player. I think it's actually underrated how good Darren Lehman was, both Test and white ball cricket.
Yeah.
Langer is nearly too good to be the coach. You need your coach to be able to sort of organise things and sit back. And we've had Steve Waugh, Michael Clark, Ricky Ponting, Steve Smith. These are our very best players as your captains. So now our captain's not our best player, and our coach is, we think of our coach as this all-time great. That dynamic is now shifted to coach being empowered. So it's not really answering your question, but it's just a very interesting dynamic how we're working it now.
Well, great kind of segue. If you take Justin out and say you put Ricky in.
But I mean, there's only a handful of blokes who have done more than Justin Langer for cricket. Ricky Ponting's.
Ricky Ponting's that guy.
I
don't think Punter would want that job. No. I think he likes the media.
Yeah.
I think he likes these IPL, like he's
sitting back.
I think he's T20.
Being analytical. Yeah, he has some input in the he might be the T20 coach.
Well, I think that was the initial plan. They were going to give Ricky the T20. Langer can be Test, and I think it was like Divanudo or someone they wanted to make one day. And I love that idea because they are becoming more and more different sports, T20 and Test cricket. Yeah. So why not give, let's not bring Sean Abbott to India South because he's not going to bowl. He's our best T20 bowler. Yeah. Take him to T20 with our best T20 team.
This is funny because we're talking about rugby league and rugby union.
Well, this is cricket, but it's,
This is
completely different.
Maybe this is the schism in cricket.
Yeah, exactly
the last
right.
10 years has been the schism.
You didn't just like that word, didn't you? You've dropped that a couple of times.
If anyone's playing at home, I believe it's usually...
Is it chasm?
No, schism.
Schism?
Yeah.
It's the split of religions, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you've done well there.
Thanks.
That's your word.
Catholic
Andrew O'Keefe taught me that one on the chase this week.
That's the word of the day calendar, I reckon.
Also in some hot water himself.
It's story for another day.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't really given an answer either way. I just think the way we're now dealing with cricket is Justin Langer is the face, where he's your cricket coach. You actually have no real input once the team's picked and they're out there.
Yeah. Yep.
You can tell the bloke's not to eat a toasty out there, but he's the one standing out there for 80 overs. Yeah. He's the one who actually needs to grind out there.
You probably give him speeches at the end of every session when the guys come in at lunch. You probably talk a bit of tactics and stuff like that. You're trying to jam him up, get back into the game. But
But again, let's pump up. Come on, boys, we're going to go. And they stand out there in their pants for a little bit, It's not like footy where you can just run at a bloke and really...
You're out in the field for the next 3 hours.
You're wearing long pants, literally. It's, you're like, I can't really get too pumped up. I'm just going to stand here for a bit. So
you think the better approach is, if we take Ricky out of it, not a big name former player, like a guy that's a coach.
I think...
Coach, not a guy that's...
I think long-term, a cricket head, like John Buchanan... was all time. Like his record would be something stupid. He won 80% of his games. He played in all forms of cricket. Yeah. It helps when you've got that 11, but that 11 gets built around each other. And it used to be we had our top 4 set and the new good guy was going to be our 6 and that was Michael Clark. And then eventually he comes up and then we make, Steve Smith, he bats at 8 and now all of a sudden, and that because you can bring these young guys in with the culture that you've had. Obviously, the culture tipped over to, getting sandpaper on cricket balls.
True.
Now we're at this sort of weird spot where we've had to restart.
Yeah.
You probably needed a bit of a hard ass to tell people, hey, this is how I did it. This is how I did it. I did it very well. Get in line.
Yeah, well, you can't. You say that Langer comes from that Buchanan tree.
Yeah,
so exactly right. That's the guy that coached him in Australian Test. So that's probably what he's modelled around.
And Langer coached the Scorchers. He was very successful with the Scorchers.
Definitely.
And if you kind of look around all the BBL teams, there's Lehman, there's Gillespie. They're actually that's where they go to.
Well, I think the history before Lehman got the job for Australia, that Gillespie and Lehman were the favourites because Gillespie had done a really good job over in England with county cricket. Yeah. So there was a big shout for him to come back in. But I think he's kind of moved away. He's done more of the media sort of stuff and kind of moved away from that idea that I had my run and I've missed my run for tests for the Australian coaching job. So
if I asked you to name some other coaches of international teams now,
no idea. Like
who's India's coach?
Yeah, he's India's coach.
And they were just here, so you don't need your coach being out there.
You don't need.
I think he initially took some bullets from. We're still in this weird little thing where we're no longer the golden boys of cricket. We're still. We're the last team to do something wrong, so we're the dicks.
Bad boys for life.
Bad boys for life. So we ain't going nowhere. Let that be known. It'll be interesting to see. No Test cricket for 9 months. It's the Ashes, which just if that doesn't fire you up, then nothing will. So
whack.
Can't wait to see it. But let's hope let's take Shield cricket seriously.
Yes.
And let's have some headaches at the
well,
table.
you'd hope you'd build your next Australian Test coach through your Shield system. Like one of those guys would be a guy that
Darren Berry's been he's been around for a while. So we'll see. We'll see what happens from that. But that's the world in Test cricket pretty much.
So